Have you ever stopped and wondered how we went from building, these first clunky machines to actually walking on the moon? Well, today we're going on an incredible journey through some of humanity's greatest inventions. And along the way, we're going to learn the perfect Chinese words to talk about these amazing leaps forward.
Wow, take a look at this timeline. It's pretty incredible, isn't it? It shows how in just a few decades, we jumped from building the very first robots to leaving footprints on the moon and then connecting the entire world with a totally invisible network. So how on earth did we get here? Let's dive in and start right at the beginning.
Okay, our first stop on this journey is a really cool dream. The idea of creating a helper made out of metal. Just picture it, a person built not from flesh and bone, but from gears and wires.
Believe it or not, this was the very first robot. It was built way, way back in the 1930s. Now, I know it doesn't really look like the super sleek robots you see in movies today, but this was a huge first step. It was the moment we started to imagine how machines could actually work right alongside us. So when you build something really complex, putting tons of different parts together to make a whole new thing, the word for that is 制造. Let's say it again. 制造. It means to make or to manufacture, and it's the perfect word to describe creating that very first robot.
Now, let's zoom in on one of our keywords for today. Ji. This single character means machine or tool. Think of it like a building block. It's actually a key part of the word for robot, 机器人. And if you break that down, it literally means machine person. How cool is that? It just makes perfect sense. Okay, so after we started building machines to help us out here on Earth, humanity's ambition just soared. The next giant leap wasn't about our world at all. It was about getting to another one entirely, the moon. And this brings up a really fun question. Imagine you travel all the way to a different planet, a place where no human has ever been before. How would you leave your mark? What kind of sign would you leave behind to prove you were really there?
You leave a footprint, and that is exactly what American astronauts did back in 1969. This one single boot print, pressed into the dust of the moon, became one of the most famous pictures in all of human history.
Now, to describe this absolutely incredible moment, we need two power-up words. The first one is deng. Deng means to step up or to ascend. And the second one is lu, and that character simply means land.
And this is where the magic happens. Watch what happens when we put them together. You take deng to step up, and you add lu, land. Together, deng lu means to land. The word itself literally tells the story of stepping up and onto the land of the moon. It's just so cool.
And that famous footprint we saw? It perfectly shows us our next word, ji. Ji means a trace or a mark. So a footprint, in Chinese, is a 足迹. It literally means a foot trace. It's the mark they left behind, the proof of their absolutely amazing journey. All right, so we've built machines and we've explored another world. I mean, what could possibly be next? Well, the next great adventure wasn't about exploring outer space. It was about connecting our own space, bringing every single person on Earth just a little bit closer together. So in the 21st century, something pretty much invisible started to spread across the entire globe, the computer network. It connected cities, countries, and whole continents in a way that had never ever been possible before. To get this, we need to look at the character luo. If you look at it closely, it almost looks like little threads being woven together, right? And that's perfect, because it means a net, or a network. And when we combine luo with another character that also means net, wang, we get wang luo, and that's the word for the internet. It's this amazing wang luo that connects us to our friends, lets us find information for school, and even lets us play games with people on the total opposite side of the planet. Okay, phew. We've covered some amazing ground. We've talked about incredible machines, a journey to a whole other world, and a network that connects our entire planet. This whole adventure really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What could possibly come next? Well, that brings us to our final and maybe the most exciting word for today, way. It has such a beautiful meaning. Not yet. It represents everything that hasn't happened yet, all the possibilities. And we use it to talk about the future, which in Chinese is 未来. So let's just look back at this journey we've taken. From 制造, manufacturing that first robot, to 登上, landing on the moon, and then weaving the global Wanglo. You see how each step led to the next? And now, the timeline for our 未来, our future, it's just a big blank question mark waiting to be filled in. And so, this whole journey through the past leaves us with one last, really thrilling question about the future. We've seen what all the generations before us have invented and discovered. So the only question that's really left is, what amazing things will you create?